not materialistic at all. Like, people even have asked me, like, oh, what you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't want anything for Christmas. Like, I'm just that type of person. It's hard for me to accept things sometimes. So if you feel that you have to break up with me to not buy me a gift when 9 times out of 10 I don't expect you to buy me one anyway, then it's a problem. We could watch Netflix. We could eat some pizza, chill, and that'd be the best Christmas present ever.
She is a woman after your own heart.
And see, I
like maintenance and beautiful and smart.
Okay, I like that
Brittany.
because, baby, to this Christmas, we're going to be watching Netflix, okay? I just want to let you know. That's all you get,
we
Netflix
20 years in the game.
and some
it
popcorn.
Don't
That's all we getting, some popcorn.
That's fine. We go home
and
tonight
it ain't going to be from Garrett's
corn.
either, so
okay.
talk to me with your
I
questions.
want to do this statement here. During our research, we found out the two major times that breakups occur is the holiday season and spring break, which is really funny to me because I'm like, spring break, but I guess everyone's going home and you want your significant other to go home with you. But if he don't think that relationship or she don't think that relationship is on the same level, then that's when the breakup occurs. But I always say men in the summertime always seem to want to break up with their significant other. Oh, you shaking your head. What's wrong? Get the mic, babe. Get the mic.
It's not always the man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, tell us. We don't know that.
Had some past experiences, but we're not going to get into that. First off,
you haven't experienced this?
I have experienced this. It wasn't nice, but it's not always the fellas that wants to break up in the summertime. Some of the girls, no disrespect, they get to choosing, basically, meaning they open their options up during the summertime for guys that's riding around in BMWs and things like that. They get hypnotized by the materialistic things.
Is that it?
I
so
like
you're
that,
not a pretentious person, is what you're saying?
Not at all.
Well, don't jump on the brother. The brother telling you there's some women. You know, you're trying to make it seem like the brothers just do all the wrong thing. The women dump too. Now they show the statistic.
85% of the dumping does come from the men.
Well, that means that. What statistic was that? That's what I want to know.
I read. We go home.
Okay, but we got to look at that because you ain't gonna jump on my brothers all the time on this show. We gonna stand up for the brother. Hey, I gotta have some brothers talk with me because I got to go home with it. So the real talk to me for a second.
I got you. Don't worry about it. But
yeah.
I feel like it's 50-50 because females break up with males just like males break up with females. Females, they want to get out there and date other people and have different males and 3-4 boyfriends and this, that, and the other. They want sugar daddies that gonna buy them things they man ain't buying them when they man say they ain't got no money. Like me. I ain't gotta say for Christmas, I ain't gotta break up with nobody for Christmas. I just tell you, I ain't got money all year round. My money stay in my pocket. Me.
But here's the thing that I like. We're talking about situations around here. So, I mean, I want to just talk about the situations of people that are being dumped on. I'll admit, in my young age, I was like, Kevin over here, I was a romantic. And, yeah, I got dumped before. Can you believe that somebody would dump me, baby?
No.
I'm glad you said that. You're going to be at you got a Christmas
I told you
coming out.
in the game.
But, I mean, it happens. It happens before that if somebody will dump you and you feel bad and miserable, when that happens. So, Kevin, I want you to talk of it. That's my romantic brother over there. Talk to me about that, man. The feeling that happens, when a man is dumped. I just want you to talk from the man's perspective.
I mean, to be honest, in all honesty, I ain't never been dumped before. So, from...
Oh, is lightning about to come?
Everybody moving away from him because they're like, yeah, I ain't been dumped before. We just got a telephone call from some young lady. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, well, I ain't really been truly dumped before, so I really don't know how it feel. So, but I mean, from what girls tell me all the time is like, you know what I'm saying, that when they put all their feelings into somebody, it's like when they dump you, it's like the world is like ending and stuff like that. But I don't really understand that because I don't never really get too close to people like that. So, I mean, I really couldn't tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You said 8 years you haven't been dating seriously?
Right, yeah, I haven't been dating.
Focusing on the Army and everything?
Yeah.
You say okay.
Yeah, okay. Next.
So you got your next. So did we ask the question? What was the number one question you was going to ask?
The number one question was I really wanted to get us going was what is the best dump line?
So we got to get some dump lines from you all.
Someone.
So talk to me, somebody. Give me a dump line.
Okay, so I don't know if I could really call it a dump line, but when I am in a relationship and I want it to come to an end, the way I do it is I either start or end with telling them I just think it's best if we go back to friends, like just being friends. Because that way it's like gentle and it shows that like I still want to be your friend,
Yeah,
but something not working out. So you know.
Hey, thank you. That does not
So
work
you
for a
need your
brother.
earpiece on because she just got slapped.
Friends. Let me tell you. You
Okay.
know this when a young lady tells her brother she wants to be friends, that's just like saying you want to be my enemy. Because I'm not there for being no friend.
As friends,
Yeah.
like, we should be able to go back to being friends. So like maybe something happened, like maybe we at a standstill, and I feel like I'm too old to be in a relationship that's not going nowhere. Maybe we starting to clash.
Yeah,
and
that-
maybe that you might be getting on.
Who that friend?
nerves
Okay,
a little
okay.
bit.
All right, Brittany, talk to me over there.
I've used a few, and I think my favorite is I just can't invest anymore into this relationship.
Yeah, well, that's a nice one. Wow.
Especially like
I
since,
used that before. I like that.
especially since we're talking about the holiday season. If we're coming up to Christmas and I feel like this relationship is not going anywhere, I'm probably going to break up with you before the holiday season. I feel like investing in a gift for someone, that's investing in your relationship. Investing in time, I'm getting too
Your
old
time
to
is
be
vital.
wasting. Yes.
Yeah.
Like as a college student, I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to make sure I actually graduate. I don't have time to waste working on a relationship that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I mean that's a great dump line you just did there. I don't have time to invest in you.
Yeah, that's
that's-
classic. Seriously.
yeah.
Now, Tauran gave us his, Kevin. Well, you the nice one, so you give
come-
cars. So do you have a dump line?
Well, I mean, when I'm talking to a girl and I feel like she's getting into me, and for one of the ways I tell her, like, this is going too far. Since I've been single all this time, and I plan on being single, I just be like, yo, I think that you just getting too much into your feelings. I think we taking this too fast. And so she'd be like, you know what, you right. And I'd be like, yes, I am right. So, and that's pretty much how it goes. And then we just continue to be friends.
Okay.
Well,
Hey.
I'm gonna just say this much: the old school brothers are just smooth with what they used to do because
you used to
we
do.
were smooth enough to make sure that the women would dump us, and I talked about this
Yeah,
before.
sure.
We were smooth enough to know that hey, I'm not. Since I want to end it, I'm gonna make it seem like you ended it. That way, it seems like you're the one that didn't want to be together with me. Therefore, I can walk out of it feeling like everything is okay. And we knew how to say certain things or start. So I'm not trying to teach y'all nothing. I ain't trying to teach you nothing. I'm married happily 20 years, so I'm happy about that. But a brother used to sit there and have another friend slip a name out and say, you remember seeing that girl? Oh, man. And then that woman will get mad because she heard that name, and then she'll start an argument with him, and he'll just say, well, I guess we don't need to be together anymore. And then she's the one that started. Yeah, that's how you used to do it. She would start the argument about something, and they would break it up. And so brother walk away, well, she's the one that ended the relationship, but it was actually him doing all along. So that's how the brother used to do it in the old school. The real, what you got to say over there, baby?
I think I relate to the old school players. You know what I'm saying? You bring up another female that you ain't probably ain't dealing with.
Right.
Now she in the picture.
Right. That name, you don't even know who the name is. It could be, it could be anything. It could be Brenda. Or something like
I was
that.
gonna say that. I don't know why I was gonna say that name.
Brenda too. Yeah, Brenda. Yeah, I was gonna say it could be Brenda.
Be the big
Brenda.
Yeah. Yeah, I was with Brenda, hey, and then the brother, who's Brenda? Because they kind of have an idea, but that was the old school way of doing things. We were smart enough to know. Now, again, I'm a minister, but I'm still keeping it real here. This is the way that it used to happen in the day. We would, if you wanted to break up with somebody, you did it the smooth way that you made them feel that it was their decision to do it, not yours.
I have somebody on Facebook said they can call them the last girlfriend's name.
Oh yeah, that'll get somebody to break up. Call that person the last girlfriend's name. That's a quick breakup right there.
You know what?
You want to live? You don't do that.
I know Brittany did a classic move to
No,
me.
Brittany was harsh. That was harsh,
it wasn't
Brittany.
harsh,
I
but-
don't have no time to invest in you. Come on.
No. But what I'm saying is the easier way to soften that up would be I wish you well. It's just that when someone says that to someone, that's it right there. There's no question behind it. You know that person don't want to be with you because they're giving you the lifelong thing of they have to think about it and say, okay, did they dump me? Yeah, they kind of did. If I'm wishing you well, I don't want you in my life, but I don't want no harm to come to you.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, it's smooth and nice for a woman.
Well, at least
to
I know
use
what your
it.
words are. So let's go to the
So, I wish you...
Yeah, okay.
Coming home
Tracy,
with
she
me,
gonna need a ride home, but go to your next one, girl.
I got rides up in here.
Ain't nobody riding her home, so it's called
I have
CTA.
rides.
But
No,
you know,
I
go
haven't been
ahead.
on that since '91. So no. Okay, this question is: why do you feel that the pattern of breakups happen around Christmas time? We talked a little, but let's go in depth with it. Why is that not just the gifts or anything?
Come on now.
Okay, so from like, I don't know why, but I'm just thinking like the college perspective. Like at school, you go home for Christmas break, and if you and your significant other don't live in the same place, but you still want to go out and have your fun and sow your oats or whatever it is you want to do, you don't want to have a girlfriend when you go home, or a boyfriend when you go home. You don't want to be attached to somebody. So you're probably thinking in your head like, okay, we could break up. We're going to have our fun over this little month and a half, and then we're going to come back to school and be right back in love. I don't know why, but that's what I feel like coming from like a college perspective.
But you know, that does seem like it's a college perspective, because if you're out of town or something like that, and you want to go somewhere else and be with somebody else, that
that makes sense.
I think that's what it is with the spring break thing too. Like when you go to spring break, you want to go somewhere and you want to be like, you know what happens here stays here. You don't want no girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Don't bring no sand to
But
the
you know what?
beach.
So, but what does that say to the individual? What if that other individual doesn't agree with that? If you,
That's when they get
all of a sudden you get,
blindsided.
that person sweating you and calling you on there saying, "Baby, where you at and what you doing?" What happens then? So, do you all agree with that? Talk to me now. Just grab the mic and start talking.
All right, well, back from experience when I was in college in Florida, and me being from Chicago, the little girls that I, talk to down there, I used to just, tell them like, when I go home, I'm going to do me, just enjoy myself, and then when I come back, you bae, so,
When you come back, you what? What'd you say? Bae. You bae. Okay, so I'm older, so I don't know what that means.
Right.
Help
Interpret that for us.
her.
yeah,
Okay, bae. Okay, all right.
yeah, so, it's not necessarily, I don't do the whole breakup because most of the year, I'm going to be with you in Florida. I only come home for a month. So I'm just saying we're not going to be seeing each other. You might do your own thing too. So I'm not trying to look dumb like at the end of the day.
So y'all have an open relationship.
Well, yes. Yes.
So that's kind of open. Go ahead, Real.
I feel like if you dealing with, you got a main, you know what I'm saying, you got sides. If you with the main, you know what I'm saying, the main is who you deal with year round. When you come home, you deal with them too. Side chicks, you just, you know what I'm saying, you just.
Okay, is there anyone committed and devoted in here that can
I
I
handle
don't think
it?
nobody in college. I don't think nobody's
Besides
is
the
committed.
women. Tauran,
Okay.
you had your hand up?
Talk to me, man.
I used to be committed and devoted, but things turn sideways when you see the other side of a person that you never seen before.
Preach.
So when they finally do something wrong, and it's like horrible, it's like, hey, why should I continue to be devoted and committed to somebody when I'm not gonna get the same in return?
So basically, in college, it's like there's no dumping. It's just a mutual agreement
Everything's
that we
open.
just gonna when we go and we do what we do. But when we come back, we just gonna start kicking it again. Is that kind of what happens?
College is open a lot. It's really open.
Yeah.
For the most part, college is open.
Yeah,
For certain people.
yeah. Okay, well, so talk to me, girls. We about to get ready to go to a break in a second, but talk to me.
I have a long distance relationship, kind of, I guess. I'm 2
Kind
hours
of,
away
you
from
guess.
Chicago. But I have a long distance relationship, and we don't break up 9 months out of the year because I'm away at school, So, I honestly feel like if you're committed and you actually feel like you're going somewhere, then
Okay, well, we're going to get right back to that to Miss Brittany. This is a Let's Stay Together show with your host, Reverend Rick McCain, and my baby, my girl, my boo. We'll be right back after these station identification breaks.
This is Leon Finney, your host of Another Perspective.